A very good afternoon to one and all. I'm Gautam Sodhi and I welcome you all on the Facebook Live of SportsWiki. Today on the panel I have Akhil Gupta and Tahir Ibn Manzoor, and we three have a big topic in front of us. It's the second day of the fourth test match between England and India, which has been played at the Rose Bowl Stadium in Southampton. Speaking of the first test play, it was India who took the honours on day one. They dismissed England's first innings on 246 runs. Despite putting England on the back foot in the initial stages of the innings, it was the 20-year-old all-rounder Sam Curran who put up a brilliant partnership with Moeen Ali of more than 80 runs. In particular, he scored 78 odd runs to his name and helped England cross a 200-run mark eventually by the end of day one. At stumps on day one, India is 19 for no loss, and both these experts will be talking about how India can fare on day two of the Southampton Test match. Tahir, 19 for 0 India, England 246. Do you see this match going in India's favour as of now, or is it too early to talk about it?
See, it could be too early to talk about they are going to win this test match, but as we have already discussed about how to win the sessions, if you talk about the first day, they dominated thoroughly. The bowling performance has been tremendous. The way they came up and exhibited the way they have been performing in the previous test match on this series, particularly if you talk about their fast bowling department, that has had done tremendously well so far. If we talk about the first day, that has been thoroughly dominated by Indian bowlers, and if we would see the first session going in India's way, then it would definitely be India on the having the positives on their side, and they have to come up good with the bat as well. They have started off early with 19 on board in 4 overs. It is a good sign for Team India in particular, but they have to see of the first session, which has been important in this series so far, particularly if we talk about English conditions. And so far they have done a brilliant job, but their batting department has come good. They have to score runs, put pressure on the opposition. The way they performed in the first 3 tests, if we take out the Lord's test, they have been brilliant so far. If we take out their batting department as well, they have faltered in between, but Virat Kohli has been emergent, so that has been the positive sign that kept the team if you talk about English department, they have been struggling with their batting. If you talk about Trent Bridge test, they have lagged their fizz, and the way India dominated so far has been remarkably set a tone for the visitors this time around.
Well, definitely. Tahir and Akhil yesterday talked about India winning those small sessions, India taking those baby steps and hoping that they gain more momentum on this side, and they should not think about making this 3-2. Instead, they need to win sessions and think about winning this 4th test match against England at the Rose Bowl Stadium in Southampton. अखिल, ताहिर बात करते हैं कि इंडिया की जो बैटिंग है वो उसमें हमें काफ़ी उम्मीद है. इंग्लैंड की अगर मैं बैटिंग की बात करूं, 86 फॉर 6 एक स्टेज पे हो चुके थे. सैम क्यूरन 20 साल के हैं, कितनी बेहतरीन पारी खेली है. पहले टेस्ट मैच में उनकी पारी ने ही शायद इंग्लैंड को मैच जितवाया था. जो मैं सवाल ये करूंगा कि इतना टैलेंट होने के बाद आपने परफॉर्म करा है, आपको क्यों कोई मैच के लिए बाहर बिठाएगा?
शायद ये इसलिए हो सकता था गौतम, क्योंकि एजबस्टन में बेन स्टोक्स आपके साथ आ चुके थे और क्रिस वोक्स ने भी परफॉर्म करके दिया. क्रिस वोक्स टीम में आए थे. शायद जो रूट के लिए थोड़ी समस्या हो गई थी कि बेन स्टोक्स को खिलाएं या सैम करन को लेके जाएं, तो शायद उन्होंने उस खिलाड़ी को बाहर बैठाना उचित समझा. इस मैच में भी अगर क्रिस वोक्स फिट होते तो शायद वो आज प्लेइंग 11 का हिस्सा होते, क्योंकि पिछले मैच में शतक लगा के आ रहे हैं. अच्छा ऑलराउंडर परफॉर्मेंस उन्होंने दिया था. लेकिन करन से क्या गलती हुई थी? उन्होंने भी तो लॉर्ड्स में इतनी अच्छी बैटिंग की थी इंडिया के अगेंस्ट. जिस तरह से उन्होंने खेल दिखाया था, बॉलिंग से अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया. स्टार्टिंग के 3 विकेट लॉर्ड्स में उन्होंने इंडिया के निकाले थे. उसके बाद बल्ले से भी अच्छी हाफ सेंचुरी लगाई थी. स्ट्राइक रेट उनका काफ़ी अच्छा था. शायद उनके दिमाग में कल जब खेलने उतरे होंगे ये चीज़ चल रही होगी कि अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस करने के बाद भी मुझे टीम से ड्रॉप किया गया, मुझे अब फिर से प्रूव करना है खुद को. अपने कप्तान को मुझे दिखाना है, अपनी टीम मैनेजमेंट को मुझे दिखाना है कि मैं परफॉर्म कर सकता हूँ. आप मुझे बाहर ना बिठाएं. आप भले ही बेन स्टोक्स सीनियर खिलाड़ी हैं, लेकिन आने वाले टाइम के लिए मैं भी एक अच्छा खिलाड़ी बन सकता हूँ. अगर आप मुझे लगातार मौके देंगे, मैं समय पड़ने पर लगातार परफॉर्मेंस करता हूँ. वो कल उनकी पारी में नजर आया.
Well, definitely. Looking at Sam Curran's innings yesterday, it seemed like a 20-year-old has a lot of potential under his belt. The way he was batting, we all have seen how he can bowl under such conditions, but the way he carried the England innings after being under utter despair. It clearly shows the character of a 20-year-old, and he's got a bright future in front of him. Speaking of Sam Curran and England chances, it was England who won the toss yesterday, and Joe Root decided to bat first. Virat Kohli on the toss said he would have liked to bat first as well, but after the performance of Jasprit Bumrah and Ishant Sharma in the opening spell of the India innings, it clearly showed that bowling first was perhaps a better option. Now, Tahir, if I talk about Jasprit Bumrah, I have to mention the wicket of Keaton Jennings. In past, perhaps in 6 months or 1 year, have you seen a better ball being bowled by a bowler in Test cricket?
See, this has no doubt. This has been brilliant delivery bowled by Jasprit Bumrah to Keaton Jennings, who was in fact shell shocked. He was going to leave the ball, but all of a sudden it wrapped him on the pad and it was plumb in front. So that was the brilliant delivery that became the discussion. And if you talk about the healthy debate between Ian Botham and Michael Holding as well, where they mentioned that why did he didn't use this delivery often, but about this remark as well, Harbhajan Singh came out that he used this in 2016 if you talk about T20 World Cup, but he could just make it use of this delivery, and which would be crucial for him, which has been somewhat which has reaped the rewards for him, and he's an exciting prospect. We already seen him how he managed to pick wickets in South Africa, like making his debut in the Test cricket. So he's an exciting prospect for Team India, and given to his unorthodoxy, that plays a special role for the team as well. And overall, the bowling department has been delivering goods for the team, and the batting department has to come good if they want to win this series.
Well, Jasprit Bumrah, I must tell you all that he is playing his 5th Test match only. In such a brief period, he has picked up 2 5-wickets haul, 1 in South Africa, 1 in England in the 3rd Test match in Nottingham, and here in Southampton in the 4th Test match, he took 3 wickets in the first innings. The way he had bowled, the way Ishant Sharma, Mohammad Shami had bowled, it clearly shows that India's bowling department has improved over the years. But the question arises here is that could the batting department cope to such pressure under such conditions? They need to step up to the plate to make sure that they are not disappointing the efforts being put by the bowlers and eventually helping India beat England in the Southampton game and making this 2-all in the 5-match टेस्ट सीरीज. अखिल, अगर मैं इंडिया की बैटिंग की बात करूं, 19 पे 0 हैं, पूरा दिन आपके सामने पड़ा है. ताहिर ने बहुत अच्छा मेंशन करा, फर्स्ट सेशन को निकालना बहुत जरूरी है. साउथ अफ्रीका हम गए, वहां पे फर्स्ट सेशन में मार खाई. इंग्लैंड में आए, फर्स्ट सेशन में मार खाई. कितना जरूरी हो गया अखिल सिर्फ ये पहला सेशन को जीतना? सारे दिन की बात तो मैं बाद में करूंगा.
बिल्कुल गौतम, हिस्ट्री काफ़ी अच्छी है ये इंडिया की. इंडिया के बल्लेबाजों ने हमेशा पहले सेशन में शुरुआती आधा घंटा में एक विकेट गिरता है, फिर आया आराम गया आराम ऐसा शुरू हो जाता है, लगातार विकेट गिरने शुरू हो जाते हैं. आपको देखना होगा कि आपके स्टार्टिंग के आधे से 1 घंटे में आपको किस तरह से बल्लेबाजी करनी है, कितना पिच पे समय बिताना है, गेंदों को छोड़ना होगा. ये अगर हमारे बल्लेबाज करने में सफल रहते हैं, शिखर धवन, केएल राहुल, तो निश्चित तौर पे जो आने वाले बल्लेबाज हैं उनके ऊपर से भी दबाव हट जाएगा, प्रेशर हट जाएगा, चाहे वो चेतेश्वर पुजारा हो, फॉर्म में चल रहे कप्तान विराट कोहली हो या कप्तान अजिंक्य रहाणे हो. क्योंकि अगर आपके बल्लेबाज स्टार्टिंग का आधा घंटा या 1 घंटा आराम से निकाल देते हैं बिना विकेट खोए, तो निश्चित तौर पे जो दबाव वो है घट जाता है. यहाँ पे केएल राहुल और शिखर धवन के सामने चुनौती होने वाली है कि सैम करन, जेम्स एंडरसन, स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड के घातक स्पेल, तेज रफ्तार से आने वाली गेंदों को किस तरह से वो लीव करते हैं, छोड़ते हैं, वो काफ़ी मायने रखता है.
अखिल, आप कहते हैं कि पहला सेशन जीतना बहुत ज़रूरी है. शायद आप इस बात को भी मानेंगे कि बेशक रन ज़्यादा ना बने, बट विकेटें नहीं देनी अपनी.
गौतम, ओवलिस्ट अभी दूसरा ही दिन है आज मैच का, अभी पूरा 4 दिन का खेल, 3 दिन का बचा हुआ है खेल. स्टार्टिंग में अगर आप रन नहीं भी बनाते हैं, खाली बॉल छोड़ते हैं, तो कोई ज़्यादा इफेक्ट पड़ने वाला नहीं है. इंग्लैंड ऑल आउट हो चुका है, आपको यहाँ पे देखना है, आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्कोर फर्स्ट इनिंग में करना है. लेकिन उसके लिए ये नहीं है कि आप जाते ही ताबड़तोड़ बल्लेबाजी शुरू कर दें, शिखर धवन या फिर केएल राहुल स्ट्रोक पे स्ट्रोक खेलें, वो ज़रूरी नहीं है. ज़रूरी यहाँ पे ये है कि शुरुआती 1 घंटे में विकेट बचाना बहुत ज़्यादा मायने रखता है. यही टीम मैनेजमेंट और कप्तान भी अपने बल्लेबाजों को गाइड करेंगे कि हम रन बना सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर स्टार्टिंग का 1 घंटा अगर हम आराम से निकालें बिना विकेट खोए, तो हमारे लिए रन बनाना बहुत ईजी हो जाएगा.
Well, definitely, this is the right point Akhil has mentioned, that India, they don't have to look into scoring too many runs in the first session. They can leave as many good bad balls they want. They just have to avoid losing a wicket at this particular stage, because if India goes on to win a first session, they'll have those 2 good sessions in front of them. They can bat well, they can put runs on the board, eventually can put England on the pressure, and they can think of gaining more momentum ahead of winning this test match in the Rose Bowl in Southampton. Tahir, speaking of the openers, in this series we have seen that openers from both the sides, be it India or England, they haven't really performed. they didn't perform well, and they have been on the receiving end more often than not. We can we can give credit to the bowlers, but I think the role of an opener, it becomes more important in such conditions, because the batting to follow, they all depend on the start which you give to a side.
See, if you talk about the opening department, that has been crucial in the Test cricket as well. If you take out the white ball cricket outside it, if we talk about this particular format where we have seen that if we take English conditions where the batsmen have struggled, there have been seam and swing conditions, so batsmen have faced a tough time there. But the openers need to, just as you have rightly pointed out, they need to leave the good balls, wait for the bad balls to score runs. So that should be the key to play in the mind of, if you talk about the openers. So they need to have to set that particular mindset to score runs. If they won't score early on, they can score later on with the ball being old. So that might be the trick that would help the openers. But apart from that, bowlers have been doing a tremendous job from both the sides. So I would like to see these two openers from India to come good in this first session, which would be crucial for India if they want to win this Test match, but in particular, and set decided at the Oval. So it would be too important for them to score runs. We have already seen English batters have struggled. If you talk about Alistair Cook, who has runs on his back, he has plenty of experience on his back, but he has struggled. But it's all about those moments to win for the batsmen and bowlers as well. But they could just rely on that and score runs.
Well, definitely it becomes more important for players like KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan to curb their natural intent of scoring runs at a brisk pace, and they have to make sure that they're leaving those deliveries. They're making the bowlers wanting to take wickets and not falling for the prey instead of them. Well, a few of my viewers have asked me a question. That Musaddir has asked me a question, what time the match will start? Musaddir, I must tell you, the match will begin at 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. At this time, England, they have scored 246 runs in the first innings. They batted first after winning the toss at stumps on day one. It was India who completed 19 runs in 4 overs. They haven't lost a single wicket. KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan, they would be coming out to bat in this first session on day 2 of the Southampton Test match, which has been played in the Rose Bowl Stadium. Akhil, अगर मैं आपसे इस इनिंग्स की बात करता हूँ, ओपनर्स की आपने बात करी, कितनी ज़रूरी है उनके लिए शुरुआत? विराट कोहली का फॉर्म मैं नहीं उठाता हूँ क्योंकि बहुत बेहतरीन है और वो शायद उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि इस इनिंग्स में भी रन बनाएंगे. चेतेश्वर पुजारा, अजिंक्य रहाणे, आप उनको 2 टेस्ट बेस्ट बैट्समैन बोलते हो. कितना अहम हो जाता है उनका रोल ऐसी कंडीशंस में, डू और डाई मैचेस में, जहां पे आपको पता है आपको तरीके से भी खेलना है और अपनी विकेट भी बचा के रखनी है?
गौतम, ऐसी परिस्थितियों के लिए ही अनुभव शब्द है वो काम आता है. आपके पास इतना ज़्यादा अनुभव हो चुका है. चेतेश्वर पुजारा 2010 से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं और आज तो अजिंक्य रहाणे के लिए काफ़ी खास दिन है. आज ही के दिन अंतर्राष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट में उन्होंने डेब्यू किया था 2011 में इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ ही. तो शायद अगर आज मौका मिलता है बल्लेबाजी करने का तो इस खास दिन को और यादगार बनाना चाहेंगे. वो वाकई में विराट कोहली की परफॉर्मेंस जो है उसको साइड ही करें तो जो नज़र आता है वो चेतेश्वर पुजारा और अजिंक्य रहाणे नज़र आते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे ओपनर्स ने भी कुछ खास परफॉर्म करके नहीं दिया है. केएल राहुल लगातार आउट ऑफ फॉर्म चल रहे हैं. शिखर धवन को बीच में ड्रॉप भी किया गया, फिर वापस किया, कमबैक किया, स्टार्ट अच्छा दिया लेकिन बड़ी पारी में उसको कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाए. उनके ऊपर थोड़ा दबाव रहेगा कि न सिर्फ टीम को एक अच्छा स्टार्ट दें बल्कि एक बड़ी पारी भी खेलें, क्योंकि उससे क्या चेतेश्वर पुजारा और अजिंक्य रहाणे पे से थोड़ा दबाव हट जाएगा क्योंकि वो इतनी फॉर्म में नज़र नहीं आ रहे हैं. पिछले मैच में हमने देखा दोनों ने हाफ सेंचुरी लगाई कि अजिंक्य रहाणे ने पहली इनिंग में अच्छी बल्लेबाजी की, चेतेश्वर पुजारा ने सेकंड इनिंग में काफ़ी अच्छी क्रूशियल इनिंग खेली भारतीय टीम के लिए. उनके ऊपर से दबाव तभी हटेगा जब हमारे ओपनर्स अच्छा स्टार्ट देंगे. अगर वो अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस करते हैं तो निश्चित तौर पे हम देखेंगे कि चेतेश्वर पुजारा और अजिंक्य रहाणे भी खुलकर बल्लेबाजी करेंगे, वो टीम के लिए रन बनाएंगे. तो मैं यही आशा करता हूँ कि आज शिखर धवन और केएल राहुल एक अच्छा स्टार्ट दें ताकि मिडिल ऑर्डर पे से विराट कोहली के अलावा जो बल्लेबाज हैं, प्रॉपर टेस्ट बल्लेबाज जिनको हम मानते हैं, वो भी कंट्रीब्यूशन टीम के लिए कर सकें.
Well, definitely a contribution from all these batsmen is must under such a situation for Team India. They are facing this must-win game against England in Southampton. This 5-match series says that England have won first 2 test matches in Edgbaston and Lords. India won the Trent Bridge game. The 4th game has been played at the Rose Bowl Stadium in Southampton. And India, they have won the first day as of yet. They would be hoping to produce a similar or a better performance instead to make sure that they are gaining the second in their kitty as well. Now, before we end up this discussion, I have a couple of questions in my mind to ask. Tahir, the way England batted, it clearly shows that they are missing out on the tricks. Despite being so good under such conditions, they have been playing in their home conditions since childhood, but they have been suffering so far in the series. We need to give credit to our bowlers as well. And Steve Harmison off late only said that this Indian bowling lineup is perhaps the best in many, many years. Would you argue to this?
See, definitely they have been doing wonders for the team India. If you take out the past couple of years, we have already seen bowlers coming good. We used to debate about the batting lineup of India that has been stronger, where we used to compare the Pakistani bowling lineup. But the way Indian bowlers have dominated and appeared into the international scene has itself been a interesting story. But if you talk about this particular series where they have picked wickets, other than Lord Studs has been tremendous. We have already seen Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been out of the series due to the injury, and Ishant Sharma has been coming good in the packs as well, if not on the regular basis, but he has delivered for his side. Apart from that, youngster Jasprit Bumrah has been a fascinating story for Team India. Overall, this is the good bowling department I have seen throughout these years. But to stick with these achievements, you have to come good again. You have to pick wickets. You have to do the basics right, and they could just take the example of James Anderson, Stewart Broad, where they have been doing wonders for their team over the years. So overall, this is a great bowling unit I have seen ever.
और गौतम, सबसे बढ़िया बात तो ये है कि इस टीम में भुवनेश्वर कुमार नहीं है। भुवनेश्वर कुमार के बिना शमी, उमेश यादव, जसप्रीत बुमराह, ईशांत शर्मा इतना अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस कर रहे हैं। सोचिए जब भुवनेश्वर कुमार इस टीम का हिस्सा होंगे तब इस टीम का परफॉर्मेंस और कितना बेहतर होगा, कितना निखार आएगा। तो ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है इंडियन टीम के लिए।
Well, definitely, despite Bhuvneshwar Kumar not making it to the playing 11 or instead in the squad for the England series because he's been suffering from the back injury, the Indian bowlers have performed exceptionally well apart from the Lord's Test match where they failed to pick up 20 wickets overseas. So I think, the bowling coach, the bowling department, they need to get the tap on their back, and, they've been performing really good, and we can hope that they'll keep on doing the same effort in the game to come. In cricket, they say you're as good as your last innings. So I think we just cannot stop over here. The bowlers need to pick 20 wickets. They need to bowl in the right areas. They need to understand the conditions and need to bowl accordingly. They have been successful so far. But even if India gains a momentum or a win in this test match, the role of bowlers to pick up 20 wickets at Oval would be a very, very crucial task under their belt. Now, before I end up this discussion, I have got one question to ask both of them. Tahir, what score you expect India to put on the board on day 2? Do you think England can wrap up India's first innings today itself, or would someone from the top order, would be coming up with one of the better performances of late, scoring a century or 150 if needed? So what's your prediction for day 2?
See, it's too tricky to say about the all-out and all that, but I would like to say that the way Sam Curran has performed for his team, scoring 78 runs, he has been the top scorer for his side. Apart from Moeen Ali, who scored 40 runs, so they could take the leap out of their book. The way they performed, they played with a straight bat and scored runs after being in the precarious situation when they were 86 for 6. So they need to think about that. The way they played, they have the potential to score runs and they can score big. But apart from that, we already seen the first session has been crucial for the teams. So far in this series where bowlers have dominated thoroughly. So I could expect a couple of wickets to fall down, but other than that, India would be dominating this day as well.
Well, Tahir says that India has a realistic chance of dominating the day 2. They had won the day 1. They had won a couple of sessions on day 1. Apart from the second session where Sam Curran and Moeen Ali helped England revive from early jitters, it was India who took honours on day 1. Tahir says they have got a realistic chance of making the day 2 of their own as well. But अगर मैं अखिल से बात करूँ, आप ताहिर की कितनी बात से सहमत हैं? इंग्लैंड के पास थोड़ा सा भी चांस है वापसी करने का, या इंडिया का इतना बेहतरीन पोजीशन इस टाइम है कि यहाँ से वो मैच नहीं हार सकते?
गौतम, इंग्लैंड के पास पूरा चांस है, क्योंकि जाहिर ने बड़ी सही बात की है कि ये सीरीज़ में अभी तक गेंदबाजों का दबदबा देखने को मिला है। ना सिर्फ भारतीय गेंदबाज बल्कि मेज़बान इंग्लैंड की टीम के गेंदबाजों ने भी समय समय पर विकेट निकाल के दिया, अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है। तो वाकई में इंग्लैंड के पास एक चांस रहेगा। जेम्स एंडरसन और स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड नई गेंद के साथ कितना घातक इंडिया के लिए रहते हैं, कितना नहीं रहते हैं। इंडियन टीम को यही चाहिए कि संभल कर खेले, भले ही आपके रन कम बने, 300 बने, 350 बने, लेकिन विकेट अगर आपके हाथ में है तो आप निश्चित तौर पे इस मैच को देख सकते हैं कि आप ये मैच जीत रहे हैं। लेकिन अगर आप स्टार्टिंग में विकेट गंवा देंगे तो थोड़ा इंडिया के लिए ट्रबल हो जाएगा। और मैं देखना चाहूँगा शिखर धवन ऐसी सिचुएशन में किस तरह की बल्लेबाजी करते हैं, क्योंकि चयनकर्ताओं ने उनके लिए खतरे की घंटी बजा दी है। हमने देखा पहले 3 मैचों में मुरली विजय को टीम का हिस्सा बनाया गया, उसके बाद उनको टीम से ड्रॉप किया गया, पृथ्वी शॉ को एक युवा खिलाड़ी को लेकर आए, तो ये एक शिखर धवन के लिए खतरे की घंटी है, एक बुरे संकेत हैं। अगर वो परफॉर्म नहीं करेंगे तो शायद उनकी भी टीम से छुट्टी हो सकती है। तो यहाँ पे मैं चाहूँगा कि वो थोड़ा परफॉर्म करें, एक बड़ी पारी खेलें टीम के लिए, और टीम को इंडिया के लिए डे 2 इंडिया के नाम रहे, मैं ऐसे ही चाहूँगा।
Well, definitely, I would like to thank both Tahir and Akhil for being with us on the Facebook Live of Sports Pick. It all depends on the shoulders of Indian openers KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan. They would be coming out to bat in a very short while from now. The day 2 of the Southampton Test match, the 4th of the 5-match Test series, would begin at 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. This is the day 2. The day 1 had belonged majorly to Indian team. They have wrapped up England's first innings on 246. They are 19 for nil in 4 overs, and they have got 3 sessions, 90 overs in front of them to make a day of their own. Both of them feel that India has a realistic chance of making this day, putting this day under their kitty. I would like to thank them both. The match will be starting in a very short while from now, and for all the updates regarding India and England series, tune into Sports Wiki and we'll keep updating you regarding the same. Until then, thank you for being with us on the Facebook Live.